All right, she's a viral sensation who's taken her real-life experiences and turned them into a hit one-woman show. Meet Dena Blizzard, writer and star of One Funny Mother. So first off, Dena, thank you so much for being here. We're glad you made it. I was watching your Instagram story or your Facebook Live on the plane yesterday.
Yes,
now,
where
guys,
I paid extra money to sit 2 rows up and I got an exit row and nobody would talk to me. Yeah, $29 extra.
Unacceptable.
I'm still not good at flying.
Well, we're glad you're here in Kansas City, and I promise you we're nicer here in Kansas City than the people you flew with on the plane.
Okay, fabulous.
People will talk your ear off.
All right, love it.
But welcome to town. Now, you are, you've kind of like gone viral, so to speak.
Yes.
You started, now kind of describe your journey as, you started off as a mommy blogger, right? But now you're touring the country on comedy tours.
I did. So I had a couple kids, and in between I was like, no one's listening, so I'll go to stand-up. I started doing stand-up, and I started doing that, and I loved it. And you know, this hobby just kind of turned into something more. Then we started making videos, and you know, our videos started to take off. When Pokemon Go came out, we made a video called Chardonnay Go, and we told moms they could find a glass of wine in their neighborhood if they used a special app. And about 22 million people watched it. And this is us when we were off Broadway with One Funny Mother. That's the show we're here with at the Starlight Inside this week.
Definitely.
And so yeah, it's been kind of crazy. It's crazy to take something just as universal as motherhood and be able to say, you know, whether we're in Kansas City or Madison, Wisconsin or New York, it's just so universal. And so it's kind of nice. I mean, I do feel like a crazy mom most days. And you know, there's a certain vulnerability to comedy, kind of putting yourself into the universe. But then you find out that everyone's crazy. You're like, you know what, nut job in Jersey, nut job in Kansas City. It's all the same. So it's kind of finding the relatability of motherhood.
How is it still being a mom though, even though you're on the road a lot? We were just talking about,
I'm not a good mom. I'll tell you that.
No,
I'm a horrible mom right now. I literally called my daughter last night, and we're FaceTiming. We FaceTime all the time, and she's just shoving Oreos in her mouth and just looks like staring at the wall. I'm like, are we talking or are we not talking? I don't know what's happening.
Are these your kids here?
That's what it seems like, yes.
Okay.
The one on the right is Brooke, the one on the left is Jacqueline.
Awesome.
As far as I remember, that's what they look like. I've been on the road for like 2 weeks. I think they're loving it. I don't even think they know I'm missing. I think that they're like, you should do more road stuff.
So on Tuesdays, you have, is it Tipsy
Tuesday? Tipsy Tuesday, Bill. I don't want to say it's much like this. It's the same caliber. It's not. It's me in my kitchen drinking wine, and about 20,000 people show up. Yeah. And we have a lot of special needs moms. We have a lot of military husbands and wives. You know, moms that, you know, can't necessarily get out on a Tuesday. You know, people like talk about hump day. I'm like, I'm done by Tuesday. I don't know how you guys make it till Wednesday. I'm like, I'm out. Get me some wine. So at 9 o'clock Eastern, we just go live and we have a glass of wine, and you'll see my husband and my dog barking and my daughter playing cello, and my mom will be making something. So, you know, I love your show because I learned so much just sitting here. But you will learn nothing on Tipsy Tuesday. You'll learn nothing from the show. There's no point whatsoever other than to just de-stress and find out we're all nut jobs and you're fine and you're not crazy.
Sometimes we all need that, I think, right?
I think so.
So, well, the show, of course, runs through the weekend over at Starlight Indoors, like you said. What can we expect from the show itself?
Really the same nonsense we just talked about, Bill. It's not going to be any better than that. No, it's a lot of fun. I think...
well, if you've seen it here, no, I'm just kidding.
No, you've already seen it. No. You know, the show is basically 3 acts. We talk about how much your life changes after you have kids. You know, going from being single with no kids, married with 3 kids in less than 5 years, it was a lot for me. And the second act is how important your girlfriends become. And then the third act is how much your relationship changes with your husband. I could probably do an hour just on my husband and how ridiculous he is. But I think, you know, when I started doing stand-up, I found that everything I talked about was my husband and my kids. And I remember one night, my husband and I had some big fight. And I got there, and I should have told jokes, but I was so mad. And I was like, forget it. Here's what he did right before the babysitter. You know, I just kind of went off. And you could literally see people in the audience just kind of hitting their husband. They're like, that's totally you. You totally did that. And that's how I kind of started to see, you know, that it's so universal.
So universal and so relatable and everything. Well, we sure do appreciate your time today. And congratulations on all this success. I think it's fantastic. And you're my spirit animal. I'm going to live through you on Tipsy Tuesday tonight. All right, One Funny Mother opens tonight at Starlight Indoors. The show runs through February 24th. For more information, go online to kcstarlight.com.